You got no husband. Go ahead.
Verse 18. For thou hast had 5 husbands.
He's telling her about her life. He just met this woman and he's telling her everything about her life. Go ahead.
And he whom thou now hast is not thy husband.
And the man that you with right now ain't your man. Go ahead.
And that sayest thou truly.
And that sayest thou truly. And that you're speaking the truth. That you ain't got no husband. Continue.
The woman saith unto him, Sir, I perceive that thou art a prophet.
Now it started dawning on her she wasn't just talking to no normal man. Sir, I perceive that you are a prophet. Go ahead. Now watch this. Now she's going to go back into this Judaic mumbo jumbo again with Christ. Go ahead.
Our fathers worshipped in this mountain.
Our fathers. Now what mountain? When you read the history, people don't even understand what that's being said. Because she, being a Samaritan, they were worshiping in Mount Sikkim. That was the place where Ephraim, when he led the northern kingdom into a revolt, instead of doing all the observations in Jerusalem like the entire nation would do, they began to do theirs in Mount Sikkim, near Sychar. Okay, we're going to go to the map and show you that. So she's saying, they're in Samaria. She's saying, our father worshiped here. She's getting ready to tell Christ the difference in the doctrine of those of Samaria and those of Jerusalem. Go ahead. Verse 20 again.
Verse 20. Our fathers worshipped in the mountain, in this mountain.
In this mountain.
And ye say that in Jerusalem is the place where men ought to worship.
Now let's go to the map and show you what she's talking about. Mount Gerizim is what it was called. Right here. They got a little triangle. So as soon as I get my finger out the way, go in there. Now that's where Christ was. Christ was in Sychar, it tells you. And you see right adjacent, they got Mount Gerizim. Because that's where Ephraim, the tribe of Ephraim, led by Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, had set up for those people to worship instead of going all the way down to Jerusalem. So she goes, our fathers worship here in this mountain, Mount Gerizim. And you guys say that Jerusalem, the triangle right here, Mount Zion, that Jerusalem is where men ought to worship. So she's saying, basically, she's asking, which one is right? Which place is it that Israel is supposed to worship? Where is it that's written in reality where the Most High wants us to worship? Now watch what Christ says to her. Let's pan on back to the table. Go ahead.
Verse 21.
Read it again, yeah.
Jesus saith unto her, Woman, believe me.
Listen, read verse 20 again.
Verse 20. Our fathers worshipped in this mountain.
In other words, they worship in Mount Gerizim. Go ahead.
And ye say,
and you guys, the Jews, go ahead.
That in Jerusalem is the place.
That in Jerusalem, go ahead.
Where men ought to worship.
Now watch what Yahushua responds to her. Continue.
Jesus saith unto her, Woman, believe me.
Woman, believe me.
The hour cometh when you shall neither in this mountain.
Now he's in Samaria. He said, the hour, meaning woman, the time coming when you're going to neither here in Samaria, go ahead.
Nor yet at Jerusalem.
Or either in Jerusalem, go ahead.
Worship the Father.
He said, the time coming when you ain't going to be worshiping in either one of them. The time, now I'm reading now. Jesus said unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour coming when ye shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. He said, the time will come. She's asking, worship and worship. Which one is the truly ordained place of the Heavenly Father? Christ is saying, for you, neither one of them. Now watch what he says to her, verse 22.
Ye worship, ye know not what. We know what we worship.
You guys are worshiping. You don't know what you're worshiping. You just got yours secondhand from some priest that was trying to keep you from being killed by lions. That's what he's dropping on her. Ye worship, but you don't know what you're worshiping. Go ahead.
For salvation is of the Jews.
Read it again, verse 22.
Ye worship, ye know not what. We know what we worship.
Ye worship, ye know not what. We know what we worship. Go ahead.
For salvation.
For salvation, go ahead.
Is of the Jews.
Is of many pertaining to the Jews. That's what Christ told this woman. And then when you read on down, this woman was told to go get, she went back to her city and told people, and it turned out there were Israelites among them, and that's why Christ was there. Let's read on down. Let's get that, okay?
Okay. Verse 24. Verse 23. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshippers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth.
When he said the true worshippers, he's telling them the time, because remember, hold on, this is beautiful. Because we just went through the history. So he's saying, but the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father. Why is he telling you that? Because we just read. She was a descendant of implants. She was a descendant of transplants, imposters, foreigners, call them what you want. So they weren't the true worshipers. And they were taught to worship. Remember that? They were taught the practice for the Most High so that the lions could stop killing them. But still, even when they were taught by the priests who came and dwelt in Bethel, they still continued to do what? Incorporate their own practices. It said every foreigner, every nation in their own city. So he's letting you know, even up from that moment that was in the 7th century BC up until the time that Christ was standing there, the people of Samaria still weren't the true worshipers. He was saying the time is coming, and now is, in other words, since Christ was there, that the true worshipers are going to be here. Go ahead.
For the Father seeketh such to worship him. God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth.
Go ahead.
The woman saith unto him, I know that Messiah is coming.
Now listen, what is she reciting? She's reciting what she was taught. I know the Messiah is coming. Go ahead.
Which is called Christ.
Which is called Christ, meaning anointed. Go ahead.
When he is come, he will tell us all things.
It shows you from what she was taught. It's like now. But let me say this. A whole lot of people have been taught about Christ is coming, and they have this expectation of Christ coming. But are they expecting him to be black? Are they expecting him to destroy America? Are they expecting him to take down all the governments of the world and raise up the so-called West Indian Negroes, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, and all of our conquered people, man? They ain't expecting that. So this woman was taught the same thing, but didn't have the same expectation. Go ahead.
Jesus saith unto her, I that speak unto him am he.
He said, I'm the one you're talking about. Check that out. Go ahead.
And upon this came his disciples.
When he says, and upon this came the disciples, that woman asked about the Messiah and the Christ. Yahushua said, I'm him. Then right at that moment, the other apostles, or Christ's apostles, popped up. It says, and upon this came the disciples. Go ahead.
And marveled that he talked with the woman.
This is proof. It says, they knew that, listen, the apostles popped up at that time, and they were surprised. When it says marvel, literally they were astonished or shocked that he was talking with this woman of Samaria, because like the woman said at the beginning of the encounter, the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritans. So the apostles were also, but Christ knew what it was he was doing. Read on down.
Yet no man said, what seekest thou? Or why talkest thou with her?
Yeah, they all marveled at the fact that he was talking to her, but nobody there said, they never verbalized, why are you talking to her? What seeks them? I mean, what are you looking for? What do you want from this woman? Go ahead.
The woman then left her water pot and went her way into the city and said to the men.
Now listen to this. This woman was so impressed with how Christ told her her life and how he was cutting her up. She left her water vessels there and went to the city that she was from and told all the men about Yahushua. Go ahead.
Come see a man which told me all things that ever I did.
She said, he just ran my whole life down to me. Come see this dude. Go ahead.
Is not this the Christ? Then they went out of the city and came unto him. In the mean, while his disciples prayed him, saying, Master, eat.
Go ahead.
He said unto them, I have meat to eat that ye know not of.
Go ahead. When he said, I have meat to eat that ye know not of, he's talking about there was people. When you read the book of Revelations, it talks about Christ standing at the door, and if anyone let him in, he would come and sup, meaning eat with them, and he would come and dwell. In other words, he said he had other people to teach out there. Because Israel, let me say this, I'm going to prove it to you. Well, we'll get to that in time. Go ahead.
Verse 33. Therefore said the disciples one to another, have any man brought him aught to eat?
The apostles thought that someone else had brought Christ some food in their absence. But he wasn't talking to that. He was saying that he had more people to share his knowledge with that happened to be in Samaria at the time. Go ahead.
Jesus saith unto them, my meat is to do the will of him that sent me, and to finish his work. Say not ye, there are yet 4 months, and then cometh harvest.
Okay, you know what? Listen, this is what I want to do. I want you to know, stay there. I want you to, keep on reading down. Because it's going to show you some of the people that got taught. Go ahead.
Behold, I say unto you, lift up your eyes, and look on the fields, for they are white already